We don't even know how strong we are until we are forced to bring that hidden strength forward. In times of tragedy, of war, of necessity, people do amazing things. The human capacity for survival and renewal is awesome. Isabel Allende. I'm Mike with List 25, and here are the 25 most unbelievable feats of humans. '25. Lifting a car with bare hands. In 2012, in Glen Allen, Virginia, 22-year-old Lauren Kornacki rescued her father Alec Kornacki after the jack used to prop up his BMW slipped, pinning him under it. Lauren lifted the car, then performed CPR on her father and saved his life. 24. Longest ice bath. Known as the Iceman, Wim Hof, a Dutch stunt performer, holds 20 world records, including the world record for the longest ice bath. In 2011, he broke his own previous records by staying immersed in ice for 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 42 seconds. 23. 50 marathons in 50 days. Calling it the 50-50-50, American ultra-marathon runner Dean Karnazes ran 50 marathons in 50 U.S. states in 50 consecutive days, beginning with the Lewis and Clark Marathon in St. Louis on September 17, 2006, and finishing with the New York City Marathon on November 5, 2006. After finishing the feat, Karnazes decided to run home to San Francisco from New York City. 22. Car balancing. John Evans, known as the professional head balancer, was able to balance a 159 kilogram or 352 pound Mini Cooper on his head for 33 seconds in 1999. Holder of another 32 world records, he has balanced other things on his head, including 101 bricks and 235 pints of beer. 21. Longest sleeplessness. In 1964, Randy Gardner, a high school student in San Diego, California, stayed awake for 264.4 hours, or 11 days, 24 minutes, setting the world record for sleeplessness. Gardner appeared to have fully recovered from his loss of sleep, as no long-term psychological or physical effects have been observed on him. 20. Longest underwater breath hold. On February 28, 2016, Aleix Segura Vendrell, a professional freediver from Spain, set the new world record for the longest time breath held voluntarily when he held his breath underwater for 24 minutes and 3.45 seconds. 19. Helicopter pulled with ear. A Georgian man, Lasha Patraia, earned himself a place in the Book of World Records by pulling a 7,734 kilogram or 17,015 pound military helicopter using just his left ear. He set the world record by pulling an Mi-8 helicopter 26 meters and 30 centimeters, or 28.4 yards and 11.8 inches. 18. Human spider. Known as the human spider, Alain Robert, a French rock and urban climber, is famous for his free solo climbing and scaling skyscrapers using no climbing equipment. Robert has climbed landmarks including the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the Eiffel Tower, the Sydney Opera House, the Petronas Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur, and the Sears Tower in Chicago. 17. Human lightning rod. American park ranger in Shenandoah National Park in Virginia, Roy Cleveland Sullivan, was hit by lightning on 7 different occasions between 1942 and 1977, and survived all of them. Known as the human lightning rod, he is recognized by Guinness World Records as the person struck by lightning more recorded times than any other human being. 16. Niagara Falls tightrope walk. Holder of 9 Guinness World Records, Nicholas Wallenda, an American acrobat, aerialist, stuntman, high-wire artist, and author, is best known as the first person to walk a tightrope stretched directly over Niagara Falls. It took him 2 years to get approval from Canada and the US to perform this incredible feat. 15. Highest dive. In August 2015, 27-year-old Lazaro Lazo Schaller leapt into the record books after achieving the highest dive from a diving board and simultaneously the highest cliff jump. The fearless stuntman threw himself feet first off a 58.8 meter or 192 foot 10-inch rock face into a pool of water in Switzerland. 14. Biggest wave surfed. Garrett McNamara, an American professional big wave surfer and extreme waterman, is known for breaking the world record for largest wave ever surfed. In January 2013, McNamara broke his own previous world records by surfing an estimated 30-meter or 100-foot wave off the coast of Nazaré, Portugal. 13. Longest survival without food and water. In April 1979, then 18-year-old Andreas Mievesch from Austria survived an incredible 18 days without food and water in a holding cell where he was put for being a passenger in a crashed car. He had been completely forgotten about by policemen responsible for him. Mievesch holds the record of surviving the longest without any food or liquids. 12. Heroic Savior. Sharavash Karapetyan, a retired Soviet-Armenian swimmer and world and European champion, saved the lives of 20 people in a 1976 trolleybus accident in Yerevan, Armenia. The trolleybus, crowded with 92 passengers, sank into a dam at a depth of 10 meters or 33 feet. Karapetyan jumped into the dam, broke through a window, and started to pull the passengers out. He managed to save 20 of them before he himself lost consciousness in the murky water. 11. Greatest weight raised by a human. Paul Anderson, an American weightlifter, strongman, and powerlifter, performed the feat of lifting 2,844.02 kilograms or 6,270 pounds in a backlift, which the Guinness Book of World Records lists as the greatest weight ever raised by a human being. Anderson might have lifted even heavier weights, but only this attempt was officially documented and recorded. 10. Aircraft pulled by a man. Kevin Fast from Canada pulled a CC-177 Globemaster III, a large military transport aircraft weighing 188.83 tons, or 416,299 pounds, a distance of 8.8 meters, or 28 feet 10.46 inches, at Canadian Forces Base in Trenton, Ontario, Canada, on September 17, 2009. 9. Buried alive for 10 days. In 2004, Czech fakir and magician Zdeněk Zaradka spent 10 days buried alive in a wooden coffin. He was without food and water during the feat, and he could only breathe through a ventilation pipe. Zaradka spent most of this crazy experiment sleeping and meditating about his life. 8. Survival of the highest fall without a parachute. Vesna Vulovic is a Serbian former flight attendant who holds the distinction of being the world record holder for surviving the highest fall without a parachute, 10,160 meters, or 33,333 feet. Vulovic fell out of a plane that exploded. She suffered multiple fractures and she was in a coma for 27 days, but after that, she fully recovered from her injuries and even continued to fly. 7. Deepest freedive. Nicknamed the deepest man on Earth, Herbert Nitsch, an Austrian freediver, has held world records in all of the 8 freediving disciplines. The current freediving world record champion, he has achieved 69 official world records, usually surpassing his own previous records. His latest record dates back to June 2012, when he dived to the depth of 253.2 meters, or 831 feet. 6. Mountaineer in shorts. In 2009, Wim Hof, the same man who holds the record for the longest ice bath, climbed to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro, 5,895 meters or 19,341 feet above sea level, wearing just shorts. 2 years earlier, he climbed to an altitude of 6.7 kilometers or 22,000 feet on Mount Everest, also wearing nothing but shorts and shoes, but failed to reach the summit due to a recurring foot injury. 5. Catching cannonballs with bare hands. Also called the Cannonball King, John Holtum, a Danish stuntman, could catch 23 kilogram or 50-pound cannonballs fired at him by his assistant. Unfortunately, Holtum's initial attempt to catch a ball resulted in his losing 3 fingers. 4. Super mathematician. Daniel Tammet is an English writer, essayist, translator, and autistic savant gifted with a facility for mathematical calculations, sequence memory, and natural language learning. In his mind, Tammet says each positive integer up to 10,000 has its own unique shape, color, texture, and feel. He holds the European record for reciting pi from memory to 22,514 digits in 5 hours and 9 minutes. Tammet also speaks 10 languages. 3. Rubber Boy. Known as the Rubber Boy, Daniel Browning Smith is an American contortionist, actor, television host, comedian, sports entertainer, and stuntman who holds the title of the most flexible person in history. During one of his feats, he dislocated his arms to crawl through an unstrung tennis racket. 2. Metal Eater. Known as Monsieur Mange-Tout, Mr. Eat-All, Michel Lotito was a French entertainer famous for deliberately consuming indigestible objects. His performances involved consumption of metal, glass, rubber, and other materials. He disassembled, cut up, and consumed bicycles, shopping carts, televisions, and even a Cessna 150 plane. It's estimated that between 1959 and 1997, Lotito had eaten nearly 9 tons of metal. 1. Torture King. Tim Cridland, known by his stage name as Zamora the Torture King, is an American sideshow performer who performs extremely painful feats as entertainment. His stunts include fire eating, sword swallowing, body skewering, and even electrocution. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the top right corner so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these 2 videos here, or just head to our website at list25.com.